Small businesses to state and local governments. That's all part of the next stimulus that's being talked about in Washington, D.C. In fact, the Democratic House has already passed it. Last week, I talked to Republican Steve Stivers, who said this bill is 1,800 pages. No one has read the whole thing, and it was rushed through. This week, I asked Democrat Joyce Beatty about that. Is this too big and too rushed?
Absolutely not, because I look at it this way. We allocated $2 trillion on a very bipartisan vote. And that was because the nation was in crisis. Here's what we learned after that. The nation was still in crisis because we did not do enough. We did not go far enough for not only the small businesses and not-for-profits. We didn't do it for families. We didn't do it for state and local government. We didn't do it for healthcare and hospitals. So the next package that came along, the package we just voted on, we actually had more of a process for us to be engaged in and to hear about it. So I think it depends on how engaged you want it to be. I received all the information I asked for. I had my team dividing the bill up into sections to go through. Our health care, individuals read health care. I read small business, and then my team came together and we switched the pages that we read. I went on the House floor and had an opportunity to talk about it so constituents would know what's in it. Now, there will never be a perfect bill, but what we know is there were too many small businesses who did not have the opportunity to even be in the hopper to get the funds. We learned that from the banks. We learned that from the Small Business Administration. We learned that from the hospitals. And we have an incredible healthcare partnership here with all of our hospitals coming together, with Abbott being here, with Cardinal Health, so many wonderful things that we have been able to do, but yet we also know we needed more testing. We also know that everybody doesn't know their primary physician and wouldn't know how to walk into one of our wonderful hospitals and get that free test. So we now have them in our communities. Why? Because in the first funding cycle, we put monies in for community health centers. Millions of dollars came right back here into my district for it. This time we were looking at the whole issue of housing and the homeless. We know that's a problem because of the numbers. It's factual. We know it because of the disparities. We know that people who were in prisons, people who were in nursing homes, people who were in shelters were high in the numbers of testing positively for the virus. So we wrapped all of that up and decided that we would take a look at doing what we should do to help save this nation.